Government has resolved to resuscitate the economy and put it on the path of economic takeoff.
At a global conference of economists on Ghana's economic outlook, a rather confident vice president stated that the Mahama administration had put pragmatic measures in place to deal with the deficit and to grow the economy in a couple of years. Here's a report by Nguto.
Organized by a renowned journal, The Economists, the forum threw the spotlight on Ghana's economy, with the Vice President Kwesi Amissah-Arthur holding brief for the government. Organizers say Ghana is a success story given its stable government and sustained economic and human development, thereby presenting genuine opportunities. But this has not been without challenges, however surmountable as they may be. The Economist Intelligence Unit projects a synchronized growth by 2014, the largest since 2010 for the BRICS countries.
The sectors we're looking at that will actually be driving growth by the end of this decade are banking, retail, telecommunications, construction. So the mix here for Ghana, I think, is actually quite encouraging, but it does depend on having, I suppose, a very sophisticated, increasingly sophisticated policy mix.
Vice President Kwesi Amissah-Arthur touched on the current public debt, direction of trade, inflation, nominal exchange rate, and external sector development. To him, the Mahama-led government has initiated pragmatic steps to grow the economy through public-private partnerships.
We have large numbers of projects that are being managed by government in various states of completion. And there's no supply response because every year there's a little budget allocation that is made on a road that is 100 kilometers. They've done 10. And so if they go on at that rate, it's going to take another 50 years to complete that road. So we're saying that, look, let's look at it again. Let's then select those projects that can be completed quickly so that we'll get some response from that. And then we'll tackle the next one. So the Finance Ministry has done a review of all these, and they've taken the projects that are at least 85% complete and say that this year, let's allocate funds to them and complete them, get them out of the portfolio so that we can go on.
He also answered questions on how to tackle public debt.
We had in August 2012 a major disruption of the pipeline that brings gas, and so we had to rely on more expensive ways of generating electricity. Somebody has to pay for that. Now, because we thought it was a very short-term disruption, the government decided to subsidize the cost of it. But it went on for 1 year. And at that point, given the other issues, we could not just continue subsidizing it. So the issue is whether we'll continue with an unsustainable path of subsidizing and creating fiscal problems for the government, or asking people then to manage their consumption by turning off the lights, by doing something else that will then save them the cost of doing that. It's a difficult choice, and I wish we didn't have to make it, but we have to make it with the interest of sustainable long-term growth. What has happened also is that in discussions with them, the unionized labor is saying that stagger this increase so that we'll be able to adjust ourselves to it. And once we've adjusted, have an automatic system where when the price goes up by 5%, just increase it so that we are better able to manage that.
The economists and business moguls who are in Accra for the two-day meeting think it was a bold decision on the part of government to confront the issues of subsidies on electricity, water and fuel, which saved the state some cost that could be channeled into infrastructure. GTV News, Accra.